Alright, let's break this down because you've probably heard the name floating around. Pi Network is a little different from your typical cryptocurrency Bitcoin Ethereum. It was launched back in 2019 by a team of Stanford graduates with a really big goal: make crypto accessible to everyone. The main idea was to create a digital currency you could mine on your smartphone without draining your battery, without needing a supercomputer. This was a game changer. Setting up a traditional mining rig is complicated and expensive. Pi Network wanted to fix that, allowing everyday people to get involved just by tapping a button on their phone once a day. It's all about creating a decentralized, secure, eco-friendly digital currency. The currency itself is called PiCoin. For years, millions of users who call themselves pioneers have been accumulating PiCoin in their digital wallets. The catch? The network is still in an enclosed mainnet phase. So, here's the big news that's got everyone talking, and it is a pretty big deal. Pi Network has officially been announced as a gold sponsor for Token2025. Token2025 is not just some small local meetup, it's one of the premier crypto events in the world. Think of it as the Super Bowl for the cryptocurrency industry. It brings together the biggest names, the brightest minds, the most influential companies in the web. Space. Founders, investors, developers, media from all over the globe gather to discuss the future of the industry. It's happening in London, and having your name attached to it is a massive statement. For a project like Pi Network that is largely operated behind closed walls, this move is unexpected and incredibly bold. Like a garage band getting a primetime festival slot, it's a deliberate, strategic step into the spotlight to show the crypto world they're ready to play in the big leagues. This isn't just a small announcement on their blog, it's a public declaration of intent. Now you might be thinking, okay, so they spent some money to put their logo on a banner. What's the big deal? In the world of cryptocurrency, sponsorships are about so much more than just advertising. They are a powerful signal of legitimacy and financial health. The crypto space is filled with thousands of projects, and it's incredibly difficult to stand out from the noise. Many projects fail, many run out of money, many turn out to be scams. When a project sponsors a major event like Token2025, it's telling the world that they have the capital. It's also saying they have the long-term vision to invest in their own growth and reputation. It's a way of saying, we are here to stay. Think about it from an investor's perspective. Polygon, Binance, Crypto.com. When big names sponsor sports and F1, it builds trust. It shows they are a serious business with a real budget and a strategic marketing plan. Pi Network's sponsorship of Token2025 is a massive credibility boost. It helps silence skeptics who call it vaporware. It counters claims it's just a data collection scheme. You don't pay for gold sponsorship unless you have a real product and a clear plan for the future. So what does being a gold sponsor actually get you? It's not just about having your logo on the website. Sponsorship packages are tiered at events like Token2025. Gold is one of the highest tiers, just below title sponsors and below platinum sponsors. This status carries a significant price tag, often running into the hundreds of thousands. But with that cost comes massive exposure and influence. A premium package for serious players who want to make a major impact. Not just another face in the crowd, it's about being seen and heard by everyone who matters. First and foremost, gold sponsorship means premium branding and visibility. Pi Network's logo will be prominently featured on key event materials. Digital placements, physical placements, main stage backdrop, event signage, marketing emails sent to all attendees, official event app. Virtually every person at the conference will see the Pi brand multiple times. Beyond just branding, a gold sponsor typically gets significant speaking opportunities, a dedicated keynote slot on a main stage, participation in an influential panel discussion, hosting a technical workshop. The potential benefits for Pi Network from this sponsorship are massive, and they extend far beyond the 2 days of the conference. This is a strategic move that could create a ripple effect, positively impacting the project for years to come. The first and most immediate gain is a dramatic shift in public perception. For a long time, Pi has been an outsider, viewed with curiosity, and met with skepticism by the mainstream crypto world. By planting their flag at Token2025, they force the industry to re-evaluate them. They are no longer just a mobile app with a lot of users, they are a serious project with significant financial backing and ambition. One critical gain is attracting institutional and venture capital interest. Built on a grassroots community, professional investment could provide resources for the next stage. VCs look for strong fundamentals, a large user base, a clear path to profitability. Pi Network checks the box for a massive user base, 55 million users. A compelling presentation could attract investors who provide capital strategic guidance industry connections to help navigate a full-scale public launch. Another benefit, new high-quality partnerships. Decentralized finance protocols, NFT marketplaces. As you can imagine, the Token2025 gold sponsorship news sent shockwaves through the Pi community. Reactions were a mix of pure excitement and cautious optimism. Longtime believers, the pioneers, have been faithfully mining for years. For them, this is the ultimate validation. Social media blew up, X, formerly Twitter, Reddit-dedicated Pi chat forums. Many call it a "we told you so" moment and proof the core team's long-term strategy is paying off. They see it as the first major step toward open mainnet. The excitement is palpable. Many interpret this as a signal a full launch is imminent. The logic: core team wouldn't pay this much for a sponsorship unless something substantial was coming. But there's skepticism too. Some community members and external observers are taking a wait-and-see approach. They've seen deadlines shift before. A sponsorship is positive, but not the same as a functional network. They're withholding full excitement until concrete results. When news like this breaks, it's not just the community that reacts. Industry experts and analysts also start to weigh in. The general consensus among many crypto analysts is that this is a significant and strategic move by Pi Network. For years, the project has been an enigma, a sleeping giant with a massive user base but no real presence in the mainstream crypto conversation. This sponsorship forces the experts to pay attention. Many analysts who had previously dismissed Pi are now taking a second look, acknowledging that a project with the resources to fund a gold sponsorship at Token2025 can't be ignored. Several prominent blockchain analysts have pointed out that this is classic go-to-market strategy. After years of building a product and a community in a closed environment, you make a big splash to announce your arrival to the wider market. It's a move designed to generate buzz, establish credibility, and attract high-value partners and investors just before a major product launch. From a business strategy perspective, it's a well-timed and logical step, assuming the technology and the network are ready for prime time. The success of this move, they caution, will depend entirely on what Pi Network does with the spotlight. A flashy sponsorship needs to be backed up by substance. However, the skepticism that exists within the community is also echoed by some experts. They raise valid questions about the Pi Network's blockchain itself, details about its. This is the question on every pioneer's mind. What does this mean for the price of PiCoin? Right now, PiCoin has no official price because it's not traded on any public market. Any prices you see on some trackers are based on IOUs or speculative futures on a handful of smaller exchanges, and they aren't reliable. The true price of Pi will only be determined when the open mainnet launches and the coin is listed on major exchanges, allowing supply and demand to work their magic. This sponsorship, while not directly creating a price, could have a massive indirect impact on that initial price. Think of it in terms of demand. By sponsoring Token2025, Pi Network is exposing itself to a whole new audience of potential investors and users. If the Pi team delivers a compelling message at the event, it could generate significant hype and interest. When the coin eventually lists, there will be pre-existing demand from people outside the initial Pi community waiting to buy. That increased demand, meeting the supply held by pioneers, could lead to a much higher initial listing price. Exchange listings are the most direct path to price discovery. Binance, Coinbase, listings would provide massive liquidity and accessibility for PiCoin. More exchanges mean more people can buy and sell it, creating a more stable market. The sponsorship puts the Pi team in the room with exchange decision makers. A successful meeting could lead to an announcement that Exchange X will support PiCoin at Open Mainnet, a monumental catalyst. Manage expectations. New crypto assets are incredibly volatile. The eventual price depends on several factors: overall state of the crypto market at launch, utility of the Pi ecosystem,